I left the Senate, when there was the impasse about Yadua transmitting, being sick and not transmitted letter to his vice to run the country in his absence, I led the delegation of 40 eminent Nigerians to intervene in the National Assembly, which I think is going to be enough. Since I left the president, I've been appointed as secretary to government, which I think is going to be enough. Since I left the office as president of the Senate, I know because of the insecurity at the point, I also intervened by writing an open letter to the president, which I think is going to be enough. Now, to your question, straight on my right. I did say, one, that I was not going to seek re-election. One, I believed that the country was in transition. And I said, I was not going to seek re-election, I was not going to participate in that time of the next election. For a number of reasons. We are in transition, and we should not insist on two terms, so that every segment of the society should have a feel that they are part of the country, so that they think and rotate around. That's why. I also said, too, I also need to make a statement that it must not be in office that you serve your people. You can out of office also serve your people. And the activities I just mentioned to you, the activities are not to go out of office and so on. And I think it was also an act of very gross display of patriotism to make those interventions when they are needed. There was a lot of topless then, and I did not see why, after I had been the chairman of the National Assembly, then I returned to the National Assembly, and by chance, either struggle to remain as president of the Senate and the chairman of the National Assembly, or sit at the floor. That would be hungry for power, but not for service. And these were the reasons why I was clear that I was not going to participate in the critical. I think it's an open thing. We had disagreement over a few issues, yes. And it wasn't personal. It was the National Assembly and the Executive. But I was leading the National Assembly and he was leading the Executive. So there was nothing too personal about it. It was the principle that the National Assembly did then, and which he was not acceptable to. And of course it degenerated to a little rancor between the legislator and the executive, but not too personal. There was certainly nothing like that. Such speculations are very unfounded, grossly unfounded, because I returned to run to chair the party. So if I was... No, he was president. Ahmad was chairman of the party. Obasanjo was a sitting president when I contested. Well, not exactly. No. He wasn't a sitting president. Yeah, he was a sitting president. But it was actually it was very influential. He was chairman of board of trustees at that time. It was not any fear of anybody. Of course, if you follow my record, particularly in the Senate, because then I was younger and quite so I was not afraid of anything. I was simply committed to doing the right thing. There was nothing like that. There was nothing I did in the Senate that if the circumstances please man would have been the same. And at times we overplayed this issue of age. Umahi was 35 when he became the Prime Minister. And he turned his country around. He was 35 years. So, and it's a clear success story of people are more vibrant, more active and ready to go at younger age than at older age. So I support young people aspiring to lead or occupy positions of leadership. But not because you are young, but because you've been able to do something in yourself. It demands a lot of hard work, it demands a lot of commitment, it demands a lot of sacrifice. If you have prepared yourself for leadership, why not? The day the election was to go, we were already sure that you can't lose. Because the executive had moved fully And I'll give you two instances. One, prior to the time the election was to be, it was so clear that everyone was going to win. But I stood my ground and said, if for anything, the last thing I must do was to vote for Juba. So you gotta check our hands out. We were extremely few, the majority of us were extremely few that stood our ground and voted for Juba. My problem with Juba started clearly. If you were reported in the Senate, you would also know after Juba reshuffled the committees. When he reshuffled the committees, I was vice chairman petroleum. When he was doing the reshuffling, when he was preparing the reshuffle, we had meetings. And in our Sunday meeting, I said, sir, if you are going to reshuffle the committee, and as he had then said, he was going to give you a good state chairmanship position. I said, if you're bringing the chairmanship position to my state, don't leave me where I was. Give to any of the other senators. Everybody said it was a fair position. When he reshuffled, he removed me from chairman of the petroleum committee to vice chairman of the petroleum committee to vice chairman sports. You also will remember that at the floor of the Senate, we have challenged each other. There was a day I raised my hand and they refused to recognize me, and I stood up and I said I have the right to take the floor. And it was widely also reported. So we parted for a long time. And that was not part of his problem. His problem was the executive. And the executive, the executive fought to stop him at the first time. Then he fought the executive to remove him at the second time and returned himself. And Obasanjo said he cannot be president if Juba is not president. And the fight continued. I think you get it right. It's really not me or whatever. And besides, because I want people to get this right, Cuba's crisis continued for a long time. It wasn't all of a sudden. Until we got to a point where there was an issue of contract awarded out of process, more particularly the street light leading to national assembly. It became a crisis point matter before the Senate. And one day, you check our answer and one day one of his strongest supporters, Kyra, moved that. Look, you cannot, yes, he said you cannot accuse him of something you have not given him fair hearing. And the Senate resolved to set up a committee to investigate and give him a hearing on the contract matters. Idris Kuta was the chairman of that committee. Senator Idris Kuta committee met, and produced a report. On the day the report was to be considered, the Senate was quite hot. But many say you cannot be a judge in your own matter. You cannot preside over a report that is discussing you. And Cuba then had to step down. And the president pro tempore, Mbata, was appointed to preside over the report. The report was examined, discussed, reviewed, and it was found correct. When it was found correct, Mbata continued as president pro tempore because Cuba wasn't just removed and replaced. It took about 1 month. So, as a president pro tempore, as it was only at that point that Cuba's team realized it was over, and they started looking for a replacement. All those who were interested went for interview before the Senator Doma's house. Are you with me? Jim Obodo went, Kemachuku went, Adolphus Mabara went, I went. I want you to know that when the party came to conduct a mini primary, so to say, whom the party would present, that I won because Cuba's group supported me. But because after Cuba's group had looked at all the candidates, Cuba's group said that I would be their best person on the job. It was the support of Cuba's group that made me win the election when Dimadi came to conduct the mock election before the Senate election. So, what is my own fault in this process. Because I have something to do today. And I said clearly that I am that one Nigeria that can build the consensus required to generate the necessary, indeed the required patriotism to drive the country forward. Well, let me also follow your question the way you presented. Obasanjo came onto the leadership of the country the second time as a civilian president. At the time, we thought that the military had run out of the country, and everybody was committed that the military must leave because then we already had become a pariah nation, and we were heavily indebted. And Obasanjo did wonderful. He was a president, and he was a president indeed, and I respect him for it. Obasanjo left, Biafra came. One was the other, his tenure was short-lived. Good luck came. And good luck, of course, followed processes, laid standards, democratically led the country, and we were regaining our position, as a forward-looking country, economically, politically, socially. Then after good luck, now President Buhari came. Of course, I know you are living in this country. You can tell me, if you care, that everybody feels that there should be a change. A change of attitude, a change of approach. Some others feel we need to rescue the country from drifting. Many feel we are at the presidency. One, if for every reason it is clear that something must be done to save the country. Two, what am I bringing to the table at a time like this? And I said, one, I have experienced the various administrations from Obasanjo in 1999 to Buhari in 2023. I have seen what were their programs, their weaknesses, their strengths. And I was observing them or working with them from a very vantage position. And I can say that I have the experience, I have the competence, I have the capacity to put my knowledge together and make a difference. I need to build that consensus and generate a new spirit and guarantee a national regard so that we can progress as a nation. But let's also be honest, the same people who shouted crucify Jonathan are the same people who are begging Jonathan to now come back. Well, if there is anything you can accuse Jonathan's administration about, it's not lack of ideas, it's not lack of reforms, it's not lack of standardizing processes. If there is anything that is Nigerians are missing today, those are the mainline issues and science. Under Jonathan, the economy boomed, but we like prosper. Under Jonathan, we have first political stability. Under Jonathan, you can drive in your car from here to Kaduna with you today. Under Jonathan, you can sleep in Buzo. Will you do it today? And I am saying strength and confident that the difference between Jonathan's time and today is not hidden, and you can attest to that. I was part of that, and I am proud. If you ask me, I want to tell you that most Nigerians will say, even if we are coming to bring back what people did under Jonathan, please come back. But I want to do more. And I am in a position to do more. And I tell you, look, whether you like it or not, the fourth industrial revolution is here. In the next few years, we will not live the way we live today. In the next 2 years, we will not work the way we work today. In the next few years, everything that concerns us will not be as before. I was just putting that when you came. Today we are complaining about the collapse of the little industrial things we made in the 80s for reasons of lack of infrastructure, inconsistent policy and all that. But tomorrow, automation will take over all that anybody would seek for to do in industries. So you may have industries without employment from the industries. It is my responsibility as the President of Nigeria this time to prepare Nigeria to fit into the fourth industrial revolution. That's the most important thing I want to do. The employment we are talking about today is not going to be the same in the nearest future. The audio we are depending on today is not going to be the same in the nearest future. The type of knowledge is cheap and available information is commonplace. We're not going to have a death and the president that will just sit and manage. It's not going to work. We need to prepare the country for the future. Otherwise, our children will not have a place they can come here. No, as an independent or arbiter, what is your own? No, you should not. Before I say more, did you read my open letter to the President on insecurity? Well, I would say that my position has been made public through that letter. And I was clear. And the advice I gave is that military action cannot stand the time. And I said immediately. And I did also suggest that I take the background. I said, there was a situation like this at the eve of independence, where the minority tribes across the country got together and said, we won't go into this independence because we will be dominated by the majority tribes. The colonial masters didn't take it for granted. They set up a very base nation. Why are they reacting like this? And after extensive consultation, the Regulations Commission recommended that if we entrench the fundamental right provision in the Constitution, that we protect everybody. And that's the reason of the fundamental right provision in the Constitution. And I did say, it appears that the comfort various segments of the society are at the time of the union is making. It's not just sitting in the villa, and I have said it most of my time, when you just sit down in one place and throw a policy on the people, it may not work if they don't buy into it. It's not just sitting in one place and saying, it's like this, wow, crush it. Say, provide a democratic platform. I know why people are, because at times, which I'll send that letter to you, I think you can take it from there. We need to understand the dimensions of this insecurity. There are ordinary criminality, banditry, and robbers are found in them, and all that. And what we are saying, there are agitations that are civil, that are agitations that are even armed. They are not the same as bandits. They are not the same as armed robbers. There are agitations, and I gave you instances which you know. The Boko Haram didn't start as an armed agitation. It started as a religious group. And they were just stubborn, pursuing their religious cause until the government of the day could not correct them. Of course, in an effort to crack down on them, Mohammed Yusuf was killed. It has now moved from that civil agitation or whatever to what we have today. That is taking about 20% of the country. So, and across the country, you have series of other democratic platforms to harvest the perspectives of every other segment of the society, put it together, create understanding, and then improve the social and economic environment, and it can work. Once you draw the line between the criminal elements, which you can handle under the law, and the non-criminal agitations, which you cannot handle under the force of arm, then you strike a balance and you continue forward. So for me, I am clear that, and that is why I always start by saying, I have an idea of what the challenges are, and I have clarity of what the solutions could be. But if you sit back and think that you can and use military action to, for how many years, it never worked. So, I will send a letter to you, you will read it, then we can talk more. But that should be the foundation. No, it is not of any concern, but let me clearly say that the PDP constitution is probably a fundamental issue, stated clearly in section 7.3c of the constitution as amended by the 17th amendment. It's clearly that there should be rotation and zoning of all the elective offices and the north and south. It's in the constitution. It's also not completely true to say it's not in our laws, because the fundamental principle of state policy captured in chapter 2 of the constitution is clear. Section 13 is short. Section 13 says in every issue of governance in the country that every department of government must enforce federal character. Now, I think it's very, very yes, chapter 2 of the constitution is not enforceable, but it's the fundamental principle of state policy. That's what keeps us together. So if you don't do it, it means you don't believe in the country. But that shouldn't be any person's worry for now. One, because zoning is usually the last thing before the election. It's not the first thing. Keep the party together, then before the close to the election in council. Take for instance when we did the National Convention last year. The zoning for the offices, the national offices of the party was done 1 week to the convention. It wasn't done at the beginning of the whole process. So I believe, I don't know, I'm not speaking for the party, I believe that we will still get to a time when the party will serve. But I don't know for now. I am not speaking for the party, but I want to say clearly it is in the PDP constitution. Yes, because if you zone, you will go to southeast, you go to the south, so I am comfortable. If you don't zone, which means everybody can run, I'm still qualified to run. So you cannot zone it to the north, and you can only zone it to the south. So it's either you zone to the south or you don't zone. So whichever way I am comfortable. No, I will not sue the party. I will not sue the party. Well, all I know is that I will wrong. And I know that you will support me. No. No, remember that we are trying to reposition this party. And we're trying to make sure that our party becomes what we lost power. Don't lose sight of the fact that we lost power. And when we were in power, we had clear leadership. And that was the president. Now we lost power. So we are grasping with the few things to keep on our feet. And we have to do this slowly. We can't do it like we are in power. We have to do it gradually. Like now, we just have a new NWC. They need to settle down. They need to also refocus the party. I have said before, I am from Southeast. But I am in this race because I have something to offer. That's not the only credential I have. Are you with me? But if I am elected and I am from Southeast, of course I am from Southeast. That doesn't take me out of Southeast. But I want to be president of Nigeria and serve Nigeria. I don't know what you mean by that. When I said I don't know what you mean by that, I was president of the Senate, I was vice president. Yeah. So we worked together. And so we have had a relationship. That's nothing wrong. Who will it look like? Who will look like? Go to the view. And it will show them. No problem. And so people will be the beneficiary.
You are certainly will be fitting.
I will be the next president of Nigeria, full stop. I think you also have to put all this in perspective. When Obasanjo's government when Obasanjo and his team left, it was the same perception. And several, in fact, 2 governors under that administration are in prison now for corruption. A whole lot of people. Obasanjo, even during his time, also sacked a minister and all that. I do not think that is a matter of my administration, because all the ones that are behind faced the same fate. So if it is the journey we all need to travel through before corruption is rooted out of Nigeria, no problem. So it's really not an issue. Well, I don't know how deep my pocket is, but if I add your own to my own, I will top it up. But that aside, it was not deep pocket that made Buhari president. It was not deep pocket that made Jonathan president. It was not deep pocket that made Yar'Adua president. It was not deep pocket that made Obasanjo president. It was not deep pocket that made Shehu Shagari president. I don't know why deep pocket is a factor now. But all said and done, I am not poor, I am not rich, I am a Nigerian. And I have enough goodwill that will command people, will compel people to vote and support me. Simple, because I think you have answered it, because you said it's worse now. I don't have any case. Have you ever had a But at times people abuse this whole thing. That EFCC invited, does that put a case on you? When they have a case on you, they charge you to court. I have no charges with any corrupt agency. I don't have any charges in any court. If you invite me, who in Jonathan's government that has not been invited? Somebody, the vice president, his house has been searched twice. The president's wife, Goodluck's wife, is in party with the EFCC. Ministers are general of the former general traumatized all over the world. So, and if the EFCC invites me as the head of that administration, why wouldn't I go to the Ogbuenyi explanation there? So, what is wrong about that? I have no charges anywhere. Centenary is one of the projects that have been investigated. In fact, there's no department in the EFCC that has not investigated it. So, summarily, I have no charges. It's really anti-corrupt agency. I don't have any charges whatsoever. If they invite me tomorrow,